Conor McGregor sees an incident between a buddy of his, Artem, getting into it with Khabib.
It ended up with Conor McGregor grabbing a steel dolly and all hell breaking loose.
Why you need to come here? Just send me a message. Without security, without UFC, just tell me where.
Conor McGregor!
One of the most dynamic and spectacular fighters in the history of the sport.
The king is back! Khabib! Nurmagomedov!
He is undefeated. 26-0. Everything he does is world class. This is the most highly anticipated fight of all time. I cannot wait to see it.
Almost time. Almost time.
Conor McGregor sees an incident between a buddy of his, Artem, getting into it with Khabib.
It ended up with Conor McGregor grabbing a steel dolly and all hell breaking loose.
Why you need to come here? Just send me a message. Without security, without UFC, just tell me where.
Conor McGregor!
One of the most dynamic and spectacular fighters in the history of the sport.
The king is back! Khabib! Nurmagomedov!
He is undefeated. 26-0. Everything he does is world class. This is the most highly anticipated fight of all time. I cannot wait to see it.
Almost time. Almost time.
UFC lightweight champion of the world, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
26-0.
He's getting mauled
10-0 in UFC.
like everybody else before him.
Where's Conor? Let's go with your chicken.
Oh! He slapped him!
Surprise, surprise, the king is back! I'm gonna KO you inside 1 round.
Where the f is my belt?
The Irish are back!
Nothing but heart in that cage.
This is Invicta FC. Wrestling coming. Heather Joe Mizuki.
There it is, and it's done. Bam, bam, Sorensen. Phenomenal once again, Felicia Spencer.
Invicta FC, heavyweight champion of the world.
In one of the most stacked divisions in the UFC, Khabib Nurmagomedov may be the most dangerous lightweight of them all. I sat down with the undefeated star to talk about growing up in Dagestan, training at AKA the 155-pound division, and that long-awaited fight against Tony Ferguson at UFC 223. I'm so curious about what you were like as a child, what life was like in Dagestan for you growing up, and how that's really affected and impacted the person you've become today.
This is everything for me because I grew up from Dagestan, like a little bit hard life, and with my father discipline, because my father have a little bit different than other coaches discipline, and you have to follow this. If you don't follow this, you're gonna be like, you're gonna trouble, you know. How I training, how I learn in school, in college, and always my father protect me when I was kid, when I was child, like from fighting. He put me on wrestling, grappling, like judo, sambo. And now when I looking back, Now I understand how my father like smart about this, how he protect me, how he watch on my career like in future, and you know, I wanna say thanks for my father.
How old were you when you knew you wanted to fight?
I began to compete in combat sambo like 16 years.
Wow.
But when I compete in combat sambo, but I never do like sparrings. I always wrestling, grappling, like make sambo, judo, like everything, but I don't spar because my father say you don't need spar. You don't need spar. I do all drills, but I don't spar. My first like 5-6 fight in professionals, when I preparing for these fights, I never spar. I don't spar, and I'm just wrestling, like do all stuff, but no sparring. About like training, like all my life. When I think I beginning training like 4 years old, like 5 years old. I'm all my life inside the gym. My father challenged myself all my life. Now I understand. He wanna make myself like tougher than other guys. And when I watch like how I grew up, how I you know, like all my legacy, like I think everything is my father do this.
You've got a daughter who's almost 3?
Yes, almost 3.
What if she says to you, Dad, I want to fight?
I don't think she's gonna fight. I don't think, because we have different culture, you know, like different mental, like everything. She don't gonna fight, but I'm gonna teach her like discipline, like my father teach me, like give everything what I can, and for make her life like much easier than my life.
I have a feeling she's wrapped around your little finger. Like, you will do anything for her.
Maybe, but I have to teach her for become her like good personality, like everything. But I follow my father discipline. I have to follow because my father watch how I with everybody, because we're living together. I living with my father, with my mother.
What about your son? He was born the day of your fight. So first off, how did you even balance that? I can't even imagine the stress you must have been under.
I remember I sleeping, and my uncle come, and like 2 o'clock night, he say, hey, you have son, you know, like. And I remember 20 years ago, when my uncle have son, I go his home, I tell him, hey, you have son, because somebody call my father, I hear, okay,
Yeah.
my uncle have son, and I running for going to his house and tell him, hey, you have son. And we have like culture, if somebody tell you good news, they have to give you money.
Oh,
Yeah,
they give you money?
Yeah, and and he give me money like a little bit. Now, when I was sleeping, my father, my uncles come, because he with me in Vegas. I cannot sleep, like, you know, thinking about like everything, and I cannot sleep like 2 hours, and after I sleep a little bit good, wake up, training, go sleep, wake up a little bit, eat, go sleep, like this, like before 4 p.m. After we move to arena. But all the time I'm thinking about this. Oh, now I have son, now I have son. You know, like it was like, for me it's a little bit hard, but when I go to the cage, this one is like motivating like crazy, because I'm thinking about now I don't have like only daughter, now I have son. I become second time father now, you know. It's changed a lot of things on my mind.
What kind of dad are you compared to the type of dad you grew up with?
I'm a little bit different, but I try to follow his discipline, like with my kids, with my small brothers, with everybody, but I'm not like father. Father a little bit different.
There you go, Khabib.
Nice. Do it again.
Your family's over there in Dagestan. That is where you live most of the time. But you do your training camps at AKA. How did you get to AKA? How did you decide that was the right place to go?
With me comes my brothers, my very good friends, like 5-6 people. And already in AKA we have a lot of fighters, like jiu-jitsu guys, like striking guys, MMA guys, like Javier is here. You know, Javier is take care of me, like he all day with me. You know, we train all day, like we come 12 p.m. we train together. I come 6 p.m. we train together. always talk about fight, talk about like everything, talk about skills, what we have to do, train, go home, eat, sleep, repeat. We do like this, like, you know, like train like champion, eat like champion, sleep like champion, like everything. And I'm focused. This is most important, because in Dagestan a little bit hard for me now, because too many things, too many people, you know, like crazy, famous. I cannot do nothing. And when I always go to the gym, like too many people come to the gym. For this camp, we're gonna work with father 4 weeks, and we're gonna move to, before fight, 6 weeks to AKA.
Look at Khabib, he's no good teammate. Look, he's trying to break my leg.
I'm not old like these guys. 1-0, bro. 1-0.
Why do you have to learn this language? They need to learn Russian language like me. Da, niet. I know.
It seems like you're quite good friends with Daniel Cormier.
Yeah.
You guys pretty tight?
Yeah, we very tight, like not only with Cormier, with Kane, with Luke, with all you guys who are training in AKA, with everybody. We're like small family. We don't have like a lot of fighters from AKA. We have like 20, 25 fighters, and everybody very close to each other.
You are there for each other through both the great times and those more challenging times. You obviously won a huge fight against Edson Barboza at UFC 219, but before that, it was a little bit of an up and down road, you know? You've had a health scare, you've had opponents pull out on you due to injury, you've had to be forced off of cards due to injury. How would you say those like past 2 years really went for you?
It was like a little bit hard time for me, because like injuries come, but for me, like when I go to the cage, everything is done. I know, like, I have fight, I have to make weight, going to the cage and smash my opponents. And I think about this like last 6 months before the fight. And April I have surgery, come back, August a little bit, beginning training light. September I beginning hard training, September, October, November, December, 4 months I think about this. Hey, I have to make weight, come back. This is like, this is push me, this one is push me, this one is motivate me. Like, like these situations, like sometimes like broke people, but this one is no work with me. I am like different guy, my mentality is like different, and I think, okay, I'm gonna stay focused, I'm gonna stay relaxed, and we're gonna come back and we'll see what happens. They talk about Edson Barboza, okay, we're gonna kill him on stand-up. And this is not my and my coach's plan, but I work very hard and I listen to my coaches. But if you remember when we talk about like fight week, I told you like I don't wanna finish this fight because I wanna stay inside the cage 15 minutes. I wanna smash him like 15 minutes. Why? Because I wanna feel cage. I wanna stay inside the cage a little bit more time, because like if you stay with opponents like couple minutes and you stay with opponents 15 minutes, it's like different. Every minute is experience. Everything is about experience in this game. When you have experience, you can stay relaxed. I think when I watch fights, I think I can finish him, but I'm very happy about 15 minutes.
Khabib, we know that you observe Ramadan, and it's really important for you to not fight or train during that period. So how difficult is that for you? Because sometimes people might not understand exactly.
History is a series of short stories, pieces of a puzzle that, assembled, help us understand it all. How the great ones rose, where they came from, and how they endure. What they fought for, what they did to survive, how they changed perception, why they believed when no one else did, and how they forged a lasting legacy. If you thought you knew UFC history, this is the whole story in 25 parts. UFC 25 years in short.
Before the biggest fight of the year, watch the prelims on FS1. Sergio Pettis trades leather with Juicia Formiga. Plus, Vicente Luque takes on Jalen Turner. UFC 229 prelims, Saturday at 7 Eastern on FS1 and the Fox Sports app.
This is the most important fight in the history of the lightweight division.
A monumental night.
The biggest fight in UFC history.
The world will be watching.
Step into the spotlight.
Surprise, surprise, the king is back.
I'm gonna sleep this film.
One shot is all it takes me.
Step into the spotlight.
I don't want to finish him early. I want to make him pay.
Step into the spotlight.
We're talking combat sports history.
UFC fans from across the globe, we'd like to welcome you to the weigh-in for UFC 229, Khabib versus McGregor. Tomorrow night, the proud city that is Las Vegas, Nevada, fittingly plays host to the biggest fight in UFC history. In that headliner, the most dominant force in the game, Khabib Nurmagomedov, puts that status and his undisputed UFC lightweight championship on the line against the game's biggest superstar, past or present, former two-division UFC champion, the notorious Conor McGregor. Also returning to action tomorrow night, El Cucuy Tony Ferguson. He'll put his 10-fight winning streak on the line against the ubiquitous former UFC champion, Anthony Showtime Pettis. We would like to thank our UFC sponsors, Modelo Especial, brewed with a fighting spirit since 1925. Harley Davidson. When you fire up an HD motorcycle, adrenaline kicks in and refuses to tap out. Check it out at h-d.com/explore. Body Armor. Body Armor Sports Drink provides superior hydration for today's athletes. More electrolytes, more vitamins, better sports drink. Body Armor, the official sports drink of UFC. And AirAsia. Now everyone can fly. We also welcome some of the cabin crew from AirAsia who have joined us on stage today. And of course, a special what's up to all of our UFC Fight Club members joining us today here in Las Vegas. We hope to see all of you once again tomorrow night for the live action at T-Mobile Arena. All right, now without further delay, for the call of the weigh-in for UFC 229, here is Joe Rogan.
What's happening, my friends? Welcome to the weigh-ins for the biggest fight in the history of the sport. How about a nice round of applause for Ariane, Brittany, Brooklyn, Dana White. Without him, none of this would be possible. Sean Shelby and Mick Maynard, UFC matchmakers. Bruce Buffer, the voice of the Octagon. Let's get things started, folks. We're going to kick it off live on Fight Pass in the welterweight division. Ryan LaFleur versus Tony Martin. First up on the scale, Tony Martin. Official weight, 171. And his opponent, Ryan LaFleur. Official weight, 171 for Mr. LaFleur. First fight of the night, folks, on Fight Pass. Ryan LaFleur and Tony Martin. Next fight takes place in the lightweight division. Gray Maynard versus Nick Lentz. Official weight 156. And his opponent, Ray Maynard. Official weight 156 for Mr. Maynard. Nick Wentz and Ray Maynard, ladies and gentlemen. The next fight is the featured pass on UFC Fight Pass. The featured fight takes place in the women's bantamweight division. Lena Landsberg versus Yana Kunitskaya. First up on the scale, Yana Kunitskaya. Official weight 134.5. And her opponent, Lena Landsberg. Official weight 135.5. Live on UFC Fight Pass, the featured fight, ladies and gentlemen, Lena Landsberg and Yana Kunitskaya. Next, we move to the prelims, live on FS1. We kick things off in the lightweight division. Scott Holtzman versus Alan Patrick. First up on the scale, Alan Patrick. Official weight 155.5. And his opponent, Scott Holtzman. Let's go. Official weight 155.5. Let's go. Alan Patrick and Scott Holtzman, ladies and gentlemen. The next fight takes place in the women's bantamweight division. Aspen Ladd versus Tanya Evinger. First up on the scale, Tanya Evinger. Official weight 136. The next fight takes place in the welterweight division. Vicente Luque versus Jalen Turner. Official weight 169.5. And his opponent, Vicente Luque. Official weight 170.5. Vicente Luque, ladies and gentlemen. Next, we move to the feature bout on FS1 in the flyweight division. Sergio Pettis versus Jussier Formiga. Official weight 125.5 for Mr. Formiga. And his opponent, the #2 flyweight contender in the world, Sergio Pettis. Official weight 125. Jussier Formiga versus Sergio Pettis. Next, we move to the main card. Live on pay-per-view, we kick things off in the women's strawweight division. Michelle Waters The next fight takes place in the light heavyweight division. Owens St. Preux versus Dominic Reyes. First up on the scale, Dominic Reyes. Official weight 204.5. And his opponent, Owens St. Preux. Official weight 205.5 for OSP. Dominic Reyes and Owens St. Preux, ladies and gentlemen. The next fight is the co-main event of the evening. Two former champions, Tony Ferguson versus Anthony Pettis. The former UFC lightweight champion of the world, Showtime Pettis. Official weight 156. And his opponent, the former interim UFC lightweight champion of the world, El Kakui, Tony Ferguson. Official weight 155 from Mr. Ferguson. Anthony Pettis and Tony Ferguson, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's take a closer look at the two men involved in the main event of the evening.
Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Conor McGregor is one of those fights where the moment it gets announced, you get goosebumps and you go, whoa, here we go.
The reason that this fight is so big and the reason that people are so fired up about this fight, it's two of the best in the world in their prime, fighting when they should be fighting.
This fight shows you the type of man that Conor McGregor is. He said, I want the toughest challenge available. I want the one that everybody says I can't win.
In Khabib, you have a guy that is 26-0, undefeated. That's unreal. At 26 wins, guys tend to make mistakes. Khabib has never done that.
This is the most intriguing stylistic matchups and, without a doubt, the biggest fight in the history of the lightweight division, and in my opinion, the biggest fight in the history of the UFC.
He never fight with someone like me,
Oh, he's getting mauled. Barboza's face says it all.
who have so much pressure, so much dominate with his opponent.
Michael should tap or he's gonna break his arm. He's gonna break his arm. Hit is all over.
You know, this is my style, crush my opponents.
He has been unrivaled inside the octagon. I mean, he's just an unprecedented phenom of a talent. We're talking maulings and massacres.
Knock, 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 knock. Where's Conor? I want to fight with your chicken because this is #1 easy fight in lightweight division.
We are ready here. We are ready for war. We are ready for all outcomes, all situations, all scenarios. I am in a war state of mind. You're looking at a fighting veteran. I've been through it all. I've been on the boxing side and I've been on this side. I came back for the love of fighting and the love of war, and this I am going to truly, truly love, putting a bad beating on this little glass jaw rat.
Oh, he's hurt! Could he finish him here? Wow.
My belt has been never taken from my waist, so they've got to build up these fake champions. But here I am, returned to take back my throne.
I know he is afraid of a smack. And if you're afraid of a smack off me, a smack will feel like a double-barrel shotgun.
Oh! He slapped him! Like that!
What you gonna do if you don't knock me out? You have to knock me out first or second round. What you gonna do? I'm gonna keep going. If you don't knock me out, it's gonna be a very long night to him.
Trust me, mate. I'm ready for a long night. Now you're up on the real kid. You're with the real dogs now, brother, yeah? He's in over his head. I'm gonna pick him apart and bully him in there and absolutely maul him.
My dream smash, make him humble. I wanna change his face. We have to finish it.
The end.
Introducing the challenger, the former 2-division UFC champion, the notorious Conor McGregor! mean to you?
Don't let that smelly rat put that hat on your head, Joe. The smell of that fucking thing. Don't ever let him put that hat on your head. It's good to be back. UFC fans, it's good to be fucking back. The king is home.
Thank you, sir. Good luck to you. See you tomorrow night. Conor McGregor, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with the champion, ladies and gentlemen. Khabib, what does this fight mean to you to defend your title tomorrow night against Conor McGregor?
Hey, first of all, I want to say Alhamdulillah, God gave me everything. Alhamdulillah, I know you got this, they don't like this. Alhamdulillah, tomorrow night I'm gonna smash your boy, guys. I'm gonna smash your boy. And I wanna say thank you, all Irish fans, you know, all fans around the world. Because of you guys, this fight is happening. Thank you guys, and tomorrow night, inshallah, and still.
Thank you, sir. Good luck to you. The champion, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all. We will see you all tomorrow night.
So you wanna start a war?
Oh! Conor McGregor is the new featherweight champion of the world!
I've been saying it since the beginning. These people are not on my level.
Oh, man. Oh, he's done.
History has been made!
I'm still saying it today. Only everyone else is saying it now, too. After this, who is there? Who the is there?
He hasn't fought in almost 2 years. The Mayweather fight doesn't count. You know, the division has to move on.
The winner of this fight will be the champion.
Does that mean that Conor will be stripped by the time this fight takes place?
We'll see what happens.
I don't give a about Conor. I think about only belt. I don't care who's my opponent. Who wins this fight becomes a real lightweight champion.
I want what I deserve for what I've earned.
Has anyone laid a finger on me to take that second belt?
I am the champion.
No.
Now war is upon us.
Breaking news, Conor McGregor caught on video.
Grabbed a steel dolly and smashed in a bus window.
Because he sees an incident between a buddy of his, Artem, getting into it with Khabib.
There was a warrant out for Conor McGregor's arrest.
UFC superstar Conor McGregor was taken into custody.
Listen, you don't like Khabib and you don't like what happened or whatever, then fight Khabib.
You wanna become lightweight champion? You have to fight with me. Just tell me where. Just send me location.
October, Las Vegas. It's on, ladies and gentlemen.
The hype behind this contest is insane. It will be the biggest fight in history. Khabib Nurmagomedov mauls people. 26-0.
Nobody can beat me. Nobody. When cage close, we have big problem.
Fans have given him this indestructible feeling, as if he can't be knocked out, but he can and he will.
Oh! He slapped him!
I'm on a different level. I wanna change his face. We have to finish this. Let's go.
It's over before it even begins. Shot by shot, he will crumble.
You're blessed that I chose to whoop your ass next. The king is back.
Conor McGregor sees a buddy of his, Artem, getting into it with Khabib. It ended up with Conor McGregor running next to a bus and all hell breaking loose.
Why you need to come here? Just send me a message. Tell me where.
Conor McGregor! One of the most spectacular fighters in the history of the sport. Striking, grappling, everything he does is world class. It will be the biggest fight in history.
Almost time.
The long view of history is a series of short stories. Pieces of a puzzle that, assembled, help us understand it all. How the great ones rose, where they came from, and how they endure. What they fought for, what they did to survive, why they believed when no one else did, and how they forged a lasting legacy. If you thought you knew UFC history, this is the whole story in 25 parts. UFC 25 Years in Short.